So Lisa Rinna has officially announced her exit from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That's where I want to be. So she released a statement to People saying that after 8 years, she's officially moving on from the show. I'm hearing that she actually quit after the reunion, but she wasn't allowed. Bravo didn't allow her to announce the decision until now. Probably because now contracts are starting to go out. I don't think that there's any truth to this rumor floating around that she decided to peace out because she was asking them for $2 million, and because they didn't want to give her the $2 million, she peaced out. And so people are like, oh, well, Bravo obviously didn't want to pay her the $2 million because she's not worth the $2 million. I don't think that that's true. I know Kyle's the highest paid on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and I don't believe Kyle even makes $2 million. I think Kyle makes a little over $1 million. So I would think Rinna would fall just a little below Kyle as the second longest standing cast member on Beverly Hills. Everybody else is a little newer, right? Garcelle's newer, Sutton's newer, Crystal's newer, Diana's probably not coming back. Dorit and Erica are probably right in line below them. I would say it's definitely Kyle, and then it's Rinna, and then it's Erica and Dorit, and then the three newer ladies. It usually goes by seniority. I think Candy on Atlanta is the highest paid, and I think she rings in somewhere around that $2 million number. I don't know if that'll continue to stay, though, because Atlanta has kind of been circling the drain for the past 2 seasons. So I don't know if they're willing to kind of keep fronting that bill for Candy. I don't know if people, like, we've seen Candy's story, right? And I think at some point, like, we've seen your story and it's time for you to move on. I don't know if Candy's still bringing it to the point where she would need to continue to get paid such a hefty paycheck. But Atlanta was one of the highest rated, and Candy definitely brought star power, and she's been the longest standing on that show. So that makes sense that she would make that high of a number. I don't think the Beverly Hills ladies are pulling in that kind of dough, though. They came a lot later than Atlanta, and I don't think their ratings were as high as Atlanta. Now I think that they are. I don't think Rinna was asking for $2 million. I mean, I would think she probably wanted some sort of pay increase if she did continue to stay. I just know with contracts, there's usually a certain percentage that you're allowed to get increased in pay from one contract to the next or from one season to the next. So, you know, there's usually a cap on it. And if she's currently bringing in about $1 million, let's say, I highly doubt she's going to be like, double it and I'll come back. I just think she's tired. I think the last couple of seasons have really been rough. I think people come for her so hard. People come for all of these women so hard over the dumbest things. So it's like, yeah, if you're not making $2 million per season, why wouldn't you be over it? Or you just kind of, you know, fall in line and do whatever the fans on Twitter want you to do. And then if you do that, then they won't beat you up and you kind of just don't make waves. You don't ruffle feathers. I feel like Dorit kind of fell into that this past season a little bit. She kind of had moments where she found her voice. But, you know, I feel like Dorit's been phoning it in a little bit lately. And I think it's because she was loved in the Denise season, Denise's last season when she was fighting with Brent when Scissorgate was happening. People turned in favor of Dorit, and I think she liked that, and I think she didn't want to continue to ruffle feathers because people did not like Dorit at the beginning, and her first few seasons, people really disliked her, and now they kind of feel like she's boring, but like that's what people do. They like bully these women into not having opinions and not wanting to ruffle feathers and not wanting to get called out over stupid stuff because people get so sensitive and so worked up over it, and so it's like, is it even worth it? You know, I know Bethany, when she quit the second time, she was like, I asked them for an impossible number of money, and I knew they weren't going to be able to give it to me, but I walked. Maybe Rinna did the same thing. I just don't realistically see her asking for $2 million. I think she was like, I'm good. I'm going to take a break. I'll give them a chance to miss me, and then I'll come back strong. Like Tamra Judge, like Heather Dubrow, like Nene, like Bethany. Rinna was a legend, and Rinna will stay a legend, okay? I believe Erica Jane is correct when she said that Lisa Rinna is the GOAT of Beverly Hills. Greatest of all time. I think she is far superior to Lisa Vanderpump. I think she's superior to Kyle Richards. I like Kyle. I liked what Lisa brought to the show, Vanderpump. But I think Lisa Rinna is definitely the GOAT. The greatest of all time on Beverly Hills. Okay? Like her, dislike her, whatever. You're going to miss her, okay? You're going to miss her. And you're going to be begging for her back when the show gets a little flat.